Welcome back, YouTube, and today is another top 5 scary things. As we're approaching Halloween, I want to do a top 5 scary movie list. These are 5 of my favorite scary movies that I enjoyed, and I think you may enjoy as well. So, starting off this top 5, we are with number 5. 5. The Hellraiser series. The Hellraiser series is a very, very dark, gruesome series about the Cenobites and Pandora's Box. It is a horror movie franchise based on Pinhead and the Pandora's Box and the 7 Deadly Sins. Now, this movie is very, very gruesome. It's very sexual. It's very erotic and horror. It does a lot with gore. Now, I must warn those who do want to watch the series. It is for mature audiences. I can tell you that. Some of the scenes are very sexual. In the way that they show their horror. So, number 5 is the Hellraiser series. Number 4. Number 4 is basically, I have to say, it's a mixture because I want to put in this number 3, but I'm gonna just categorize it as true events. Horror movies that have to do with true events. So that basically categorizes as depictions of, being possessed, poltergeists, crimes that were committed by actual people and were reshown in a theatrical version. For example, all the Conjuring movies, those are based on true events. Basically, they were based on different items that were held in a museum, and they are cursed and have very, very bad spirits that curse these items. These items can be found in a museum by Lorraine Warren and her husband. Can't remember his name, but they have gone throughout their lives killing, removing demons and exposing the cursed items and keeping them locked in cases and blessed every 6 years or 6 months. Those movies I would list in number 4. Also, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, that in the opening you think, okay, it's based on a true event. Well, technically yes, but it was written as a case in Wisconsin. There was an actual guy who killed his victims and used his victims' skins to make different items. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I'm sorry, guys, but that serial killer inspired the director and the writers to make Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Ed Gein was the serial killer that would kill his victims and use his victims' skins to make belts, lampshades, cushions, you name it. So, and that inspired Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, those are number 4. Number 3, in my archives of watching horror movies, number 3, the most scariest movie I enjoyed growing up and watching and still rewatching till this day are the psychological movies. Now, these are movies basically, they play on your psychological mind, which I mean they make you think, is this real? Is this not real? It was well written and well directed that some of the scenes you think seem so surreal, but they are real. Or are they not? So it's psychological movies. Best example, the Saw series. Start out with the first one. That basically, psychologically, it messes you up because you think, okay, what is going on? Why are these two guys in this one room chained up? There's a dead body in the middle of the floor. We don't know what's going on. It builds up. It builds up the psychological fear. Another good one, what has to do with psychological, would have to be A Cure for Wellness. Now, it's not really a horror movie, per se. It's more of a thriller drama. But this movie basically makes you think, are you crazy? Are you sane or insane? After viewing and seeing it, my mind, it's still this day, it hurts because I can't really depict what really happened in that movie. So it basically was a psychological twist. So, number 2. Now, this was a tough one for me. Number 2 is basically all of Stephen King's adaptations, movies. So all his books are turned into adaptations into movies. So basically all of Stephen King's books turned into movies. That goes from Dreamweaver to It, The Shining, Misery, Korey, Pet Sematary, Graveyard Shift. I mean, the list goes on. So all those movies done by Stephen King's adaptation of his novels. So that's number 2. Number 1, the most enjoyable scary movie I enjoy watching. It's not really a scary movie, per se, but it is pretty scary in certain scenes. Number 1 movie that I enjoy watching, is Silence of the Lambs. Now, this is not really a horror movie, per se. It's another psychological movie, but this movie and the series, it creates a fascination with the deranged and the insane. I wanted to put that into number 3, but I just really wanted to. I really thought it was a little bit more, and by me saying that, it had its moments where it took real life people and occurrences that happened throughout history. They tied it in with the modern day setting, and it led you to find out that, maybe insane psychopaths actually are smarter than normal people. And it was a really good twist movie. It was well written, well directed. The series is great. Now, I can't remember how the order goes, but I believe it goes Red Dragon, Hannibal, Manhunter, and then Silence of the Lambs. So, those are the top 5 scary movies that I enjoyed, and I hope you guys might enjoy watching them. Be warned, these are movies that are rated R. There are graphic scenes that may be traumatizing for young audiences, so please be warned. None of these movies are real. They're all fictitious. Now, there are certain little things that are real, but movies are there to entertain us, to enhance our emotions. They're not there to give us nightmares. Alright? So, if you guys have nightmares from these movies, I apologize, but before you do watch any horror movie, watch a Disney movie, watch a stupid little kids movie, and then watch a horror movie during the day. Studies have shown, and I've also done the study, it proves, it makes the mind forget about the horror when you fall asleep, and you will remember the good movies and those scenes, and you will not have nightmares. So, studies have shown that watching horror movies during the day, watching a happy movie before you watch a scary movie during the day, you're more likely to have good dreams than to have nightmares. Now, if you do it at night, it's best to watch the scary movie and then watch a cartoon or something silly, because it will change your dreams so they're not too scary, but they're more pleasant to your sleeping habits. So anyway, that was my top 5 horror movies countdown. Thank you for watching. As always, I will post another video tomorrow. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please let me know down in the comments down below if you've seen these movies. If not, I highly recommend you watch them and tell me how you enjoyed them. So thank you. It's Korey. Signing out.